But I feel like I'm talking about the weather way too much, guys, and it's just unfortunate. But it plays a big factor in painting a car, especially at home in your own garage, which we are doing. I thought I had a paint booth lined up, kind of fell through, so here we are. The paint was supposed to be done a month ago, just didn't happen. I did get the doors painted, you saw that, if you've been following along. They look really good. I'm doing a broad spectrum here, guys. I'm doing white, which is the easiest color to paint, and black, which is the hardest, because black shows everything. It does not forgive at all. There's, you have to get all the debris out of everything, keep everything surgically clean. It's just, it's stressful. So, again, I'm a master mechanic. I am not a body guy. I am not a painter. So I'm doing the best I can here. The doors got painted. We were able to kill some time by filming episodes where I assembled the front doors and the rear doors. We put those episodes out. Thanks for watching. If you did, if not, check them out. Maybe it might be interesting for you. The only problem now is they are really heavy, and it's going to be very awkward for me to install on the car by myself. But I will adapt and overcome. We'll get it. We're just going to have to be sure we don't scratch anything. Speaking of scratching, what I'm doing right now is scuffing panels, getting them ready for paint. I've got the hood here, I've got a Scotch-Brite, and I've got a little block with some 600 grit, and I'm scuffing everything. Now, after you spray sealer, you can actually lay paint if it's within 2 days. Now, this was painted like months ago, so I do have to scuff, because if you don't have, a surface prepped correctly, the paint won't stick right. It'll come off way too early. I'm talking like within 2-3 years, it'll just poof, come right off. So we don't want that to happen. The scuffing part, it's just very time consuming. There's not much to it here. We're not doing anything crazy. I'm just run along, kind of a crosshatch pattern. If I see, like a dot of dust, or say a dog hair, which happens here because I have 2 golden retrievers, I take my 600 grit and I work it out, get it smooth. And then as I'm going, I am constantly cleaning with my alcohol-based glass cleaner and stuff. And yeah, it's just the whole thing. I'm not going to show you guys me scuffing this car. We're going to jump right into paint. And when we're done painting, and we'll do a quick assembly out there, just mock it up and see what it looks like. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. This is the first day of a vacation for me. It is Saturday. I am off all next week till Monday, so I got to get stuff done. And the other aspect of painting a car when you're done painting is the cutting and buffing, which we're really not going to get into too much. I'll show you a little snippet, and then we'll just move on. That's takes forever. It's like, it probably takes 3 times as long to cut and buff a car as it does to paint it. So Bear, if you guys haven't been following along, he is in his black and white sealer. He looks really good. I got a lot of scuffing to do, so I'm gonna get busy on that, and I think tomorrow we'll paint this guy in the front fenders, and we'll just see how the rest of the week goes. But thanks for listening to me talk. Let's get to it. Happy Monday, guys. How you doing? Fenders are done. Well, I still got to cut and buff. Check this out. Hilarious. As you can see, it's cloudy and disgusting and humid and raining, and it's just a good time. But not only am I dealing with that, I'm dealing with construction. Yes, new water lines coming up the road, dust, debris, you name it. But it gets better. First thing this morning, I turned the compressor on. Clank, garbage. Had to run out and buy a new compressor. So I don't know what else they're going to throw at me, but we're going to keep going. Hey, I've got the fenders done. They look really good. They're going to need cut and buffed. We'll save that for later. Anyways, I'm about to spray some black sealer on some parts that we didn't get to earlier, meaning the plastic like bumper fillers, headlight bezels. I've got the rear bumper filler here. I'm going to do the inside of the hood. Now the inside of the hood doesn't get this stuff, but anything plastic does. This is Bulldog Adhesion Promoter. Not cheap, but if you're going to spray some plastic pieces, you know how they flex and things, over time your paint will crack. Supposedly, this stuff will stop that from happening, so I did put 2 coats on these pieces. Dries pretty quick. Yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. I'm gonna go mix up some sealer. We'll spray this stuff real quick. I think we'll be done for the day, and we'll paint these and clear coat them tomorrow morning. It is 20 to 7 in the morning. Yeah, it's early. But early also means low humidity, less dust because of the construction. So, that's why we're doing it this way. Hopefully tomorrow works out the same way with the black. So let's shoot this white. 4 coats color, 4 coats clear. Our base coat looks really good. That was actually 3 coats, not 4 coats, guys. I got the clear all mixed up. We're going to shoot 4 coats of clear. Definitely 4 coats of clear, because when I cut and buff, you remove layers. You need to have enough there to look good at the end. So, let me grab my gun. All right, folks, almost ready for black. The white turned out really good. I sprayed it very early in the morning. I was done by 8:30, and that's 3 coats of color, 4 coats of clear. Let it sit all day long. I wasn't going to jump into black yesterday because I needed it to cure, because I had to put tape on that brand new paint, and I just don't want to risk it. Yeah, so I'm doing a final wipe down here. I've masked everything off, which is a chore in itself. I think that took me like 3 hours just doing that this morning. You know, when you get older and your knees kind of suck and you have to get down there. Not fun. So, wiping everything down. Right before I paint, like any other panel, I'm going to get out my tack cloth and wipe everything down one final time. I think what I'm going to end up doing is opening up the AC vent in here, shutting the garage doors and letting it kind of cool off a little bit. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. It's getting pretty warm. As if on cue, the weather has held out for me the last few days. Humidity's pretty good. It's not raining. It's 4th of July, so the construction crews are gone for today at least. So I have no excuse. It's just got to look good when I'm done. I think we'll be okay. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Got 2 coats of clear done on the car, and then the compressor stopped compressing. So yeah, I decided to buy the 2-year warranty this time. Let's get back to it. got a lot of hours out here, guys, after I finish painting Bear. Cutting and buffing. I'm going to give you a quick, how does this work, cutting and buffing. And basically what it is you're sanding your brand new paint. You see how we have some orange peel going on here? And I'm going to attribute that to me being a novice, to the heat and humidity. Could be gun related as well, but it did go on pretty smooth, but we have that wavy look. What you end up doing is you sand it, and there's different stages of sanding. So 1,000 grit, 1,500 grit, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. It's tedious. It takes a long time, and you got to have some music to listen to, or otherwise you'll just go insane. Basically, what I'm going to start out with is a clean bucket of water and a nice rag here. We're going to wet this guy down. We're going to hit it with the 1,000 grit first. We'll sand it, and you'll see it'll get a dull haze. And you want to keep going until you've got a nice level surface. You'll see the pits start to disappear in this orange peel. I'll show you in a second. And you can use basically one of these squeegees that you would use for body putty and wipe the water away. Just be careful you don't have any sharp edges, or it will put some scratches in your clear. Okay, we're going to wet our surface. I'm going to throw a towel over here. So any water that goes into the trunk is going to go into that towel. I'm going to wet my sandpaper, and I've got a sanding block here. You'll see the clear coat start to do this white foamy thing. Got to be careful of your edges. You don't want to burn through. It happens though. Just got to be careful. I'm going to clean my sandpaper. Take my rag. Wipe that. Take our squeegee. Dries really quick. With the black, it actually starts to look like a chalkboard. You can see these little speckles, shiny speckles. We're still not done yet. We're going to keep going until those speckles go away. Okay, you can see we've got a nice level surface. All the little speckles are gone. I'm now going to move up in sandpaper. I'm going to skip the 1,500 and I'm going to go right to the 2,000. So what we're doing is we're leveling a little bit more, and we're making the scratches much smaller by going up in sandpaper. What I'm going to do now, I'll go ahead and just kick it up a notch. We'll head into the 2,500. Now, my last step in sanding is the 3,000 grit, and this has got like a foam back to it. You could use a sanding block if you want. I don't really need to. I'm not pressing too hard here, and this stuff, I feel like it doesn't do much, but I'm sure it helps. I know a lot of those crazy TV shows like Kindig on bitchin' rides and stuff, they're using like 4,000 or 5,000 grit paper when they're doing their jobs. But we're talking cars that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and guys with way more skill than me. Okay, we're starting to look pretty good here. You can see I screwed up and I burned through. See that shiny spot? I'm gonna have to deal with that later. That's what you gotta be careful of, guys. The paint must have been a lot thinner. Of course it's thinner because it's on an angle, but yeah. I'm gonna have to hit that with some touch-up paint later and buff that in. So, anyways, we are ready for the buffing wheel, and show you that. Folks, this is just a Harbor Freight buffer. Wasn't too expensive. I am using some Meguiar's Professional compound. They have different levels of this stuff. At least with Meguiar's, you can see, you know, heavy cut, low cut, and on the sides of the bottles, the red arrow will be towards the bottom if you're just doing a very low cut, minimal scratches. With us, we're all the way dull, so that's why we're in the heavy stuff here. This pad has just about had it. I'm gonna have to switch out pretty soon, but I got about that much on my buffing pad, probably a little too much. Just gonna move this around, and we're gonna buff a little bit, and then we're gonna wipe clean with a lint-free cloth and see where we're at. I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure, and my speed on this is not too high. Okay. It's starting to shine up nice. Black is tough, guys. Doing any other color, it's way more forgiving. I think I've said that several times in this episode, but I can still see some minute scratches in this. We're going to keep going. Not for very long. Hit it, we'll wipe it, we'll hit it again, we'll wipe it until there are no scratches. So that's my my quick how I'm doing it as far as cutting and buffing, guys. You got to be careful with these buffers. Also, not only will your sandpaper cut through your paint, I mean burn it all the way down. The heavy grit polishing compound and the buffer wheel can do that as well. So you got to be careful around your edges. If you want to see more in depth on this, check out. I think I did an episode on Frank, my green 1975, where I was cutting and buffing him. Now, this looks really good. Just imagine doing the entire car. Yeah, that's what I've been doing every day after work. Several hours. We're not going to finish this episode until the entire car is buffed, and we're close. We're close. So next thing you're going to see is the finished product. And 4 months later, here we are we've come a long way, baby. You remember what he looked like? If you don't, go back and check out those old episodes because he was rough. We're looking pretty good. Keep in mind, second car ever that I've painted. The two-tone came out really good. The black looks pretty sharp. Again, definitely a hard color to paint and cut and buff. It's just a lot of work, guys. A lot. I mean, with the white, you can get away with not being so anal retentive with the sandpaper and buffer. The black shows every little scratch. You gotta get it or don't look right. I still have a few areas I need to deal with, but we're gonna worry about that after it's fully assembled. Speaking of that, we will start working, I will start working on the rear half tomorrow morning, meaning trunk lid, bumper, tail lights, etc. And that'll be an episode in itself. Then I'm gonna work into the interior. We're gonna get that spaghetti bomb under the dash. That has been cut and spliced so many times over the last 40 years. It's ridiculous. I probably won't film too much of that, guys, because I've got to concentrate and moving the camera around. It's a whole thing. Anyways, then we'll finish out the interior. The doors themselves are finished. They're in the game room downstairs, just all wrapped up, ready to go on. The front half of the car here, that's a lot of shimming and things. You got the shims, got to get all the gaps right. Once the two fenders and the hood are right, then it just flies together after that. We do have a windshield guy on the way in a couple weeks to do that for us. Steve will be here in a month. He's going to pick the car up and take it to Rhode Island, where they're going to do the emergency equipment, the radios, lights, and whatnot. When Steve does show up, he's supposed to bring, don't forget Steve, seats, and he's got a push bar. He's got an actual original push bar for the front bumper. That would be pretty cool to install. So yeah, I'm happy with it, guys. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, in a month, we're gonna drive this guy down to the shop and do an alignment, and then he's out of here, and I get a break. I think I'll go to the beach or something. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. See you later.